Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. So in this video today, I wanted to talk about the structures that were discovered under the pyramids in Egypt. Okay, what does numerology have to say about these structures that were discovered? What exactly are these structures? Who left them behind? Right? So this story has been all over the internet, and a lot of people have been messaging me about this, wanting to know what my thoughts are about these structures. So we're going to talk about that today in this video. Okay, but if you haven't heard about this story, even though it's all over the internet, you know, some people don't pay attention to current things that are happening, right? So let me explain exactly what it is. So Italian researchers say that they've uncovered a vast underground network beneath the Egyptian pyramids. Okay, they claim that radar images show massive vertical shifts, spiral staircases, channels resembling pipelines for a water system, and a hidden world of structures more than 2,000 feet beneath the surface. That's amazing, okay? They even suggest that the legendary Hall of Records, a purported library tied to ancient Egyptian lore, could lie within this underground complex. So let me show you what exactly they're saying this complex looks like, okay? So here is an image right here. So this is what they are saying the spirals look like underneath the pyramid, okay? See these long columns, long spirals, and okay, this is basically what the radar is picking up on. Okay, this is an image of the radar here that the Italian scientists used to detect these structures. And here is another image of what they're saying it looks like. Okay, here's the columns, the spirals, and there's structures even underneath the spirals. Okay, and they're saying this is 2,000 feet below the pyramids. Okay, 2,000 feet. That's 610 miles. Okay, so 610 miles is equivalent to 1,736 football fields. Okay, so this is 1,736 football fields below the pyramids in Egypt. Okay, so this is pretty extraordinary, right? This is very extraordinary because nothing like this has ever been detected. So why is it being detected now? What exactly is this, right? Because this is not something that modern humans could have put underneath the pyramids, let alone people that lived thousands of years ago, okay? And so there's a lot of questions that are coming up, right? There's a lot of questions people want to know. Could this have been something that was left behind by extraterrestrials, right? Are these structures things that, you know, were created and built by extraterrestrials, right, with their technology? Because, you know, to put this over 1,000 football fields underneath the surface of the earth, this is not something that we could do currently, nor they could have done back then. There's a lot of people that are thinking that this is something that was created by extraterrestrials and kind of left behind by them. Or could it be that we are the ones that created these structures? Humans created these structures, but they had more advanced technology back then than they do now. And that's because they were more connected to their true lineage, right? Which comes from other worlds, okay? We were more advanced. We had more advanced technology back then, at the time that these were created, than we do now. But this technology that we had back then was lost, okay? That technology has been lost through time. And these scientists are saying that these structures were actually created long before the pyramids were created. That's what they're detecting, that these structures were actually built many, many years before the pyramids were. So could it be that we were more connected back then. We were more connected to the stars, and we were more connected to our true origins, where we really come from. And so we had more advanced technology around the time these were built, but that technology has been lost along the way. Okay, comment below and let me know in the comments what you think they are and who you think built them. Okay, let me know in the comments below. I want to know what your thoughts are. What I'm being told from my spirit guides is we're not meant to know exactly where these came from at this time. Okay, at this point in time, at our level of consciousness on the planet, we're not really meant to know the answer. We're not meant to be given the answers at this time. We're meant to kind of just think about it, right? We're meant to kind of just start to question things, start to question our history. We've been fed this history our whole entire lives throughout time, this history that has been told to us, and we're meant to question it, to say, hey, is this history that we know so well, is this history really accurate? Are there other things that happened along the way that we're not being told? So we're meant to question things right now, and we're not really meant to know the answers at this point in time. But what I'll tell you from what my spirit guides are telling me is that the fact that we even became aware of these structures indicates that our level of consciousness is raising rapidly on the planet. We've reached a much higher level of consciousness for this to even be shown to us. So the fact that this is even being revealed to us indicates that we're making huge progress, and that our level of awakening and awareness and our level of consciousness has greatly increased to this level, right? Because basically it would never have been shown to us. It would have never been revealed if we weren't at a high enough level to accept it and to become aware of it, basically. Okay, so that's an indication of all the progress that we have made. And once we reach a higher level of consciousness, right, once we reach an even higher level of consciousness, then at that time you'll start to see the truth revealed, right, about what exactly this is and who exactly created it. So we're meant to see these things a little bit at a time. It's going to be revealed to us a little bit at a time, and even more things around the planet will be revealed in time as our level of consciousness rises on the planet. Okay, so, but we've reached a high enough level that that these things are starting to now be revealed to us. These secret things that have been hidden are starting to be revealed to us because of the progress that we have made in awakening, right? And raising our consciousness level and our awareness. But it makes you question about the origin of humans, right? Where do humans really come from? And was there a time in which there were extraterrestrials on the planet? And what are our origins? Are we connected to extraterrestrials? Did they have a hand in our creation? Did they seed the planet? But my spirit guides are saying the purpose of this is to make us question things. It makes us start to question our true history, right? The true history of humans, which clearly we haven't seen all of it, right? This is just proof. What is the true history of humanity? What are the true origins of humans? Where do we really come from? We clearly don't know everything. We didn't know about this, right? So there's a lot of gaps within our history that we just are not aware of, right? And I talk about this in my predictions video for 2025. I talk about, in that video, I talk about how we're going to start to see the true origins of humans being revealed in the year 2025, right? And where do we really come from? And our connection to extraterrestrials. And so I predicted in that video that this kind of stuff would start to be revealed to us in the year 2025, okay? If you haven't seen that video already, check it out. I will link it below in the description box, okay? This is a huge, monumental year for exposure and us starting to find out the truth about many things that have been hidden from us, such as that. But 2025 is a big, huge, monumental year for all of that because it is a universal 9-year in numerology. And not just any 9-year, this is a 45 9-year. And first of all, 9 is the number that represents the universe. It represents the collective, right? It represents everything within the universe. And so when we look at the number 1, we think of the individual, we think of the self. When we look at number 9, which is the last number, that represents everything, the final step, the final stage. So basically, this is a transitional year, right? There's a lot of things about the universe that are going to be revealed to us this year, and it's a transitional year in which we are transitioning from one state of being into the next, right? We're moving from old Earth into new Earth. That is the next stage. So 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in the new door is what the energy of this year is. So you're going to see endings of the old Earth, the old way of being, and the old paradigm. You're going to see that fading away, starting to fade away this year, and you're going to see the new paradigm and the new world, right? This new world that we're transitioning into, new Earth, right? Where our level of consciousness and level of awareness is much greater than ever before, and it's much more positive planet, right? Much more positive place to be. And humans have the truth. They have the history of their origin. And we have 1 foot in that world, right? So that world is now starting to come to light to us because, like I said, it's a transitional year. 9 is the number of transcendence, moving from one state of being into the next. So in the 9 energy, you'll have 1 foot out the old door and you will literally have the other foot in the new door, right? You're caught in between. That's what the 9 energy is. You haven't completely left. You haven't completely transitioned from the 2 yet. So this is a huge year for that. One of the biggest when it comes to transitioning into new Earth. So that's the 9 energy to begin with, but it's not just any 9, right? It's a 45 9, which is even more powerful because 4 represents building and rebuilding and restructuring, and 5 is the number of change, and it's another transitional energy as well. So when you have these 2 energies together, the 4 and the 5, one is about rebuilding, right, and the other one is about change, and so it's a very powerful combination. And this discovery beneath the pyramids is just an example of that, of what you will see during the 9 universal year. But definitely check out that video if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments below what you think these structures are that are beneath the pyramids. Okay, it's definitely proof that we don't know exactly everything, right? That there's a lot of history, our own history, that we are not aware of. And this is just the beginning, okay? This is just the beginning. But let me know in the comments below what you think these are. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other people because it really helps to get this information out there when you do that. We want to share this information with as many people as we can. Guys, it helps to wake up the planet when you do that. And all of that positive energy comes right back to you. And I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family so I can share more information like this with you in the future. And if you want to find out more information about me or book a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, StarsAlignWithCarmen.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.